Hey guys, did a review of a brand new Femco 15-gallon spot sprayer made for the ATV earlier, and I got to thinking, I've had this Husqvarna since early 2016. I bought it, and just wouldn't be right to do a review on something I just bought versus something I've had with me and it's stuck with me and proved itself time and time again. But anyways, this is a Husqvarna 4-gallon backpack sprayer. Get a little closer. It says a no leak pump right there. Like I said, got this spring of 2016, so I used it, all 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 6 years, 6 seasons, rolling into 2022. This will be the 7th season it's gotten used, and it's had a lot of use on it, no doubt about it. I remember when I got it, I felt like it was the biggest upgrade in the world from a little 2-gallon. I think I had a 2 or 3-gallon, one you had to tow, and might have been a 2-galloner. Because I remember I went to this, I was like, man, it's twice of it. It's on your back. It had a longer one. You can see it has a plastic one, and it looks like it's got a little bow in it. Well, that's nothing. You can straighten that out. I have had to replace the wand one time. Wasn't the machine, or was it the wand's fault? Had it on the back porch after spraying, and my dog felt like chewing on the tip. So got a little gnawed on. Matter of fact, you can kind of still see. Anyways, no, you can't. Anyways, it did come with this when I bought it. I don't know if they still do, or if that was something when they were doing in 2016 when I bought it. This is a pressure regulator, spray optimizer, is what it says. Anyways, I believe it regulates the, it's made for poisons, stuff like that. I love it. I've used it ever since I've had it. It keeps the, so if I'm sitting there just pumping like crazy, and I pump up the tank to, I don't know, 100 PSI, whatever. It keeps, I don't know if it'll get that high. I'm just using that as a number. It'll keep the flow coming out of the wand. It's supposed to regulate that. I believe at 25, if I recall. That's been a long time since I, bought this thing, so I can't remember. I don't store it out in the weather. Almost positive this was blue when I bought it, but maybe it wasn't. It might have been that color. I honestly can't remember. But I don't keep it out in the weather. I always keep it out. Keep it covered. Got my shed now over yonder, and so now I keep it in the shed. But before that, I just kept it under the porch, and always out in the weather. Try to take care of it. I looked this up. I have a My Lowe's account. If you ain't got one, or some My Lowe's card, just have them scan that every single time you go buy something. Man, I love it because it just keeps my history. I mean, if I buy, I don't really go to Lowe's buy Coca-Cola, but if I did 6 years, 8 years ago, man, it's still on. I just start scrolling and I'll find whatever I'm looking for. But I paid $75 for this thing. I looked it up on the website today. It was $85 as of April 2022, so not that much of a price increase. So I'll show you the inside. It's got a nice, I love this. If Femco's watching, I wish they'd added this on the deckgum tank sprayer I just bought. That's the inside. I mean, it looks nice and pretty in there if you ask me, to be as old as it is. But I believe as you're pumping this thing, and here's the pump. So that flips around as you're walking. Can't pump it. See, that pumps. I believe as you're pumping it, it is always mixing it, if I recall. So it keeps your fluid. It just constantly got something in there mixing that, which is really nice. You got this goes around your waist. These clip around your chest, and these obviously go over your shoulders. So you got a lot of way to support it. I will say, and I spray a lot, man. I got a lot of fence lines. I have a lot of fruit trees. I spray around all that. I spray more weed killer than I spray anything else. And that's primarily what I've used this for, is just weed killer. And it will wear you out. You'll know it's on your back. 4 gallons, it don't sound like much. It really don't. I mean, even when I say it, I'm just like, man, I'm getting wore out from 4 gallons of water. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, 4 gallons, constantly pumping. You're looking down. I mean, unless you're spraying treetops, then I guess you'd be looking up. That might be just as bad. But you're constantly looking down, and it'll wear you out. Now, I mean, depending on how much you spray, man, a tank, 2, 3 tanks, no problem. I sprayed 60 gallons at a time. That's 15 tanks. Usually I hit about 10 tanks at 40 gallons, and I'm done. And I know last year I did push that one day. I was wanting to get everything done over at my barn, and I just didn't feel like coming back. And I did do 60 gallons, and I ain't gonna lie, I came back, laid on the couch, and it took me about a 2.5, 3 hours nap, and I never take a nap. So wish I could, but got kids. It's usually pretty loud. But yeah, that one kicked my butt that day. I think it was middle of June, July, so it was hot as all get out down here in central Alabama, and anyways. But yeah, I can do, I've done 10 tanks. Usually that's where I about call it quits. And, but especially if you're just doing 3, 4, 5 tanks, I mean, yeah, that's not too bad. It's 100 times better, 1,000 times better, in my opinion, than, unless if you're elderly, you got back problems, or, something medically where you can't tote something like this, then I don't want to down on the little 1 gallon, 2 gallon small spray pumps. But if you're able to carry one of these, man, it will speed things up a lot. Having that nice long wand, I mean, that wand is nice, and I mean, as you can tell, I can get all the way. I mean, it's just nice and long. I mean, it got a great handle. I mean, just kind of rubbery. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many gallons I put through this thing. 6 years, shoot. I'm sure over 1,000 gallons. I have no doubt over 1,000 gallons. We just spray too much. Seems like every year we got more and more to spray, and that's why I upgraded to that 15-gallon ATV spot sprayer. A big tank sits on the back. I sprayed 90 gallons through it today, so that just made things a lot easier. But if you're looking at getting one, man, this is a great brand. I think you can go to Harbor Freight. You might get one there. I think they're $40. These are, double the price, or just over 85. But, I don't know. I'd rather get something I'm going to have, and, it's going to last me, not give me problems. And that's one thing I can say about this. And I have used it extremely heavily, and it has given me no problem. I've never had any issues. I've just never had no problems with it. I don't know what else I could say. So, in my opinion, is it worth the $85? All day long. If you're going to as long as you're going to take care of it, every time I'm done using it, I always rinse it out, dump it out a couple times till, I feel like I've gotten all my chemical out. And then I will put a little more water back in there, pump it up, and just spray until I get all the water, all the suds and stuff, chemical out of my hose and my wand. So I'll do that a couple times and just keep spraying, and once it starts coming out nice and clear and it's just water, then you're good to go. At that point, dump it out, get any kind of pressure off the tank, and store it. So, all right, guys. Well, that's the Husqvarna 4-gallon backpack sprayer. Thinking about getting it, man. I don't know what you're waiting on. All right, later.